Hi, so a new day, new video, library entry. Went to a good pizza place today towards the end of work. Busy day at work. Been loving it, especially love it when it keeps me occupied. Um, no minute to breathe, nothing. I think yesterday was better. Today I kind of ill spent my time comparatively, but it was good. Had a good pizza. Told Adi about the whole thing, and I was about my musings, what led to what my internal reflections, and all of it. Told him I'm keeping a video diary, but he was keen to find out how, where, but I didn't tell him. And I think I'm growing stronger. Um, it's internally changing, really. It's pivoting. The strength to stay away and not to entirely disengage, but to stay as a friend to you. The want and desire to be a good friend with you, to you, has been consistently increasing, and I would love actually to be no more than just a very good friend. Consciously curb any other things like innocuous flirting, this, that. No, I don't want any of that. Just want to be a really, truly good friend to you. And because, initially I thought it's going to be like every other relationship. Once I disengage, once I break up, it's going to be it. That's it. I wouldn't want anything to do with it. I thought that would be the case with you too, because the pain would be large or too great and things like that. But no, comparing it or benchmarking it with the other previous relationships I've been in, I see that with the others, I was never, none of my 16 other girlfriends in the past, never was I, had a foundational relationship that was fundamentally at its core different from sort of being romantically involved with them. So, but with us, if I strip it down, the bare bones is that we were great friends. True, it began with me always loving you and confessing my feelings to you, but at that point you said it wasn't possible, and yes, I did try to sort of. It was a wishful thinking. I did always want to be with you, even when we weren't together, but somewhere at some point I sincerely thought you were never going to be together, and but I truly enjoyed being there for you and having you be there for me. I never anticipated, although in my deepest desires I wanted to be, but I didn't think I anticipated us becoming one. I don't think that. And truly, I gave my true friendship to you, and if we strip this apart, this relationship, we still have our friendship. We were very good friends, and that's not going to change. I don't want that to change now. Always wanted to change it. I tried to drill it down in my head and my psyche, saying, it's going to change. I want this to change. I don't know if I said it is going to change, or I've tried to prime myself unconsciously, telling myself, reassuring myself that it has to change. Now that I've sat down, thought through it, I don't want this to change. I'm not going to tell myself it has to change when it doesn't need to. Just received your gift. Very good. I mean, I loved it. When you asked me, I truly have always wanted to sit down and do that crossword puzzles. And when I'm in train, subways in New York City, here in London, I see people scribbling, trying to fill in these words in newspapers and such. I've always wondered whether I'd be good at it because I have my way with words. Never seriously sat down to complete one, however. Now I'm going to do it. Absolutely love the gift. Adore it. And 2 days closer, or a day closer to my prediction that you're going to get the offer. You keep waiting, tomorrow you're going to get it. I'm still in a quandary as to what to do with these video entries in library, because I'm going to tell you why the idea for creating this, the founding methodology or ideology, because there are different ways people deal with distance. Some of them, they try to keep in constant touch, because for them that's the way to conquer the distance, the physical distance. But with me, as I told you, it was never that. Every time we engage in a conversation over the phone, over text, what it reminds me or drags me to is the awareness, is the cognizance that we are physically absent from each other, which is why we are communicating through this virtual medium or through a portal, through said portal. I never liked that. So the way I deal with it is to completely cut off my engagements, correspondence, the frequency with which I communicate. That's the way I am with family too, because if not, when I'm in contact, when I talk to them, most often than not, I'm reminded of the fact that we aren't physically present with each other, which is why we're resorting to this medium of communication. And that was the case with you too. And as soon as I came back, that began happening, and you weren't happy with it, which led you ultimately again to this place where you wanted to do nothing else with me in that context of the relationship. I understand, and the whole idea method for this was for you. I thought firstly I needed to cultivate small changes, develop this narrative into an enforcing habit, which I thought I would confidently say I formed a habit or developed this sustained habit if I had made at least 30 videos, if I had done this consistently for 4 weeks, at the end of which I was going to tell you, hey, I'd send you a link and say that it was my last month in a recap, and I was going to tell you that from there onwards every day, because I feel like I don't want to talk to you, I disengage after work, it's so consuming, exhaustive, everything else becomes static to me, I don't want to communicate. At least I thought I'd come back, record this video entry, make this library, put it up there, and tell you at the end of 1 month that was my previous month in a recap, go through each and every day, and then from there onward, once you caught up, you can catch up with me in real terms, in everyday life. So when you're working and I'm working and we don't get to talk to each other in lieu of the time differences, in terms of how exhausting it would be collectively, mutually for us, I thought in your downtime, once you come back home, when you want to disengage, you want to watch a video, not spend much mental bandwidth, I thought you could go onto my channel and see how my day was. So I'm not telling you live, but I've captured my day's retrospective, put it on a portal, so you can look at it if you want today. If you don't have the energy, maybe another day, maybe tomorrow, maybe 2 days after, just to see. Because at the end of the week, it's hard to capture and deliver everything in a cogent manner. We're missing out on so many things, so many reflections. So I thought every day would be good for me to sit down, capture them, record them, publish them, so you can, at the end of the day, once you're done with work and I'm sleeping, time difference, you can just see how my day was. It's like me telling you, recording everything, all the entries. So even though I'm not conveying that to you live, recording it, so you can come back home, see it, and there you go. You have my day. You won't feel excused from my life or absent from my life. And that was one of your biggest complaints, that you feel excluded. You don't know the names of the people I work with, what I've been doing, my reflection. So this was going to be my gift to you. Now I don't know if I'm going to ever make the identity of this repository public, or just tell you that I've been doing this for you. I didn't want to reveal that I was doing all this for you until I confidently formed the habit of it, because I just didn't want to do it for the sake of it, tell you something and then abort this practice. I wanted it to be the way we connect, or the way you felt more connected with my everyday life and living. But yeah, to be seen. But hey, tomorrow you're gonna hear good news. Bye.